down as a soldier. North Face ski mask rolling. You done seen 10 miles. Look like those. Low five, roll, put them on the pause.
I done bought your hustle, you better not do no cap. Real on true. I'm a real one, I can't never be on no rap. Real on true. I'm Colorado shopping, gonna ask. Real on true. I'm the richest nigga in my hood, ain't no bad. Real on true.
Got the whole motherfucking world saying shrimp. It's up.
I'm good on the 50, my cash is shit. Thinking ain't enemy shit. These niggas be goofy, they look like the fit. Still one got it, look at it, we got it. I'm going crazy. Be honest, don't walk with zombies. I gotta be honest. I'm over 100. I got this shit banging, I turn it. Niggas got head in the road. Put on your nose. I need no I bought a new neck for the clothes. Wake up a do a slang. Whole heart assist and enter the slang. Call when you ready and enter the slang. I don't know that you up it ain't enter the slang. Having me down, you won't never get claimed. Call up and rap, but she promise you game. I'm on the king shit, nigga too lame. Really, I'm also a hustle, you better not do no cap. You don't true. I'm Colorado shopping, gonna ask. You don't true. I'm the richest nigga in my hood, ain't no bad. You don't true. Also a hustle, you better not do no cap. You don't true. You don't know rap. You don't true. I'm Colorado shopping, gonna ask. You don't true. I'm the richest nigga in my hood, ain't no bad. You don't true.
I'ma blow up.
Hi. What's up? What's going on? Howdy. It's What the Fuck's Trending with your boy Isaac Shokoman Uno. How's it going, everybody? I have a docket here. We're gonna go straight to it. If you have not seen your boy on CNN, go ahead and check that out. This corner of my bedroom is now internationally known and famous, and I will attach that to this show's tagline whenever I see fit to. So let's get to it. You know, in order of events, I'm probably gonna go a little bit off of the beaten path here. I had a whole thing kind of lined out here, but I think I'm just gonna talk about what I want to talk about first. And like, this is like the #1 trending thing too. I like looked into it. I did the research. I looked on Google Analytics, and yeah, your bed is famous. And I just finished watching it just now, so it's fresh in my mind. This fucking 50 Cent Diddy documentary, man. Good God. And what's crazy is, like, I was young when some of this shit was going on, but as I'm watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this. Holy shit. It's just been violence with this guy his whole fucking career, his whole history. And like, my mom, when a record shop back in the Bronx, when they had the shop, there was this guy who had this brother who died in the stampede that he and Heavy D were hosting. And years later, he grows up He does a documentary for it, like pretty like, you know, independent, and my mom does catering for it. And then like 2-3 years later, it's like mentioned in the first episode of this documentary. And like that was the incident that made Sean Combs international. Like it wasn't none of his stars. It was like the local buzz he had and the stampede it caused, that tragedy that killed 13 people, including that guy's brother, became a national story. And that's how his name got like national, and he kind of broke out of like just New York tri-state borough notoriety. That's like, shit, I've known this story my whole fucking life. I didn't know it was this instrumental in him like getting buzz. So it's like, from the outset, this motherfucker's whole career is just baked in tragedy. And it's like, no wonder you just follow the paper trail. It's like, no wonder this guy is who he is. But it's like another instance of like, y'all motherfuckers knew this for years and years and years and years and years, and y'all just sat on it. But it's also like, once you see how this motherfucker is moving in this documentary, like everybody knows the Kid Cudi story, but like that's only the half of it. This nigga was like really getting dead bodies moved and murders erased and fucking no names into John Doe's. He was literally doing shit like that. But the one thing that caught me, like, that I just couldn't get over is the hubris of like, cause you see him in his intimate moments, like in his house as the trial is like, as like the news is spreading and the trial is coming up and all this other shit, and he's hired filmographers to film him because this nigga, like, in his mind he thinks he's gonna win, and then he's gonna have all this footage, and then he can package it his own way and, you know, control his narrative like he always done. But then when he didn't win, he didn't pay off the filmographers. And so I think Netflix, I don't know if 50 Cent had a hand in it, but he was like, I'll buy it then. We'll buy it, and we'll package it on our own fucking R. Kelly-esque documentary, which is really fucking good, man. This is a really good documentary. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I just finished it. It took me all week, literally, to watch the shit. Oh my god. And then you got him dancing. So they go into like how he possibly had a hand in murdering Tupac and Biggie. And what really happened was Diddy made Biggie go and do that tour in LA, even though during the midst of the East Coast, West Coast shit, it was widely known, widely told to them in his camp to not travel to LA. And so they did anyway, did a press tour. It was cool until this nigga Diddy wanted to throw a party over there as if it's like a celebration. Ha ha ha, we dancing, even though we told us we like breaking the rules that y'all set out on some disrespect shit. Now, he was supposed to go to the UK that morning. He wanted to go to the UK to continue his press tour. These niggas killed him on his press tour, bro. Like the shit that like if I was in the 90s and I had a chance to meet Biggie, it would be through this way, through the press tour. That's when they killed this nigga. And Diddy was like, nah, you can't go. You staying. You're going to come to this fucking party. You're going to be a part of this celebration. And then that's what got him killed. And it's like, maybe he hired the hit and wanted to keep him in LA for that reason, for it to happen. And then like he profited off of his death. He made him I always fuck up how you say it. Posthumously, made him pay for his own funeral, his estate. He like, it didn't come out of the pocket of Diddy or anything like that. And like he made it this extravagant farewell party and like upped the bill way more than it had to be. And basically like made a hit out of his like death, out of the hit, and danced to the and like that was like a moment. They compared it to the fucking Motown moonwalk. And he used to hit his mom. He used to have an alias called Frank Black, which Biggie mentions in the Hypnotize Me lyrics. Frank Black, and it's like, yo, this nigga's name was Frank Black all the way then. He had an alias where he like used to buy his prescription drugs and do his sexcapades and shit like that. And Biggie's used to be Frank White, and like you can hear that in his songs. And now every day that he dies, he does freak offs on every Biggie day. I used to celebrate Biggie Day. Joe, you remember when I had that red Biggie t-shirt? I used to wear it every March 9th, March 13th, whichever of those was Biggie Day. I used to wear that shit. Little to my knowledge, Diddy is having freak offs on a boat somewhere those days. Holy shit. It's just crazy, man. Like, power's addictive, bro. And I think, like, I've been saying this for a long time. I think people just get famous so they can do fuck shit. At least that's what it was in the 80s and the 90s and shit. And it's just now coming out. And, like, now that fame is this close to people, way closer than it was back in the day with the advent of social media and influencers and shit like that, you don't even have to have talent no more. There's no way to gatekeep fame anymore. It's just so attainable. So it's just like, is this what people are trying to aspire to so they can do fuck shit because that's what they've been raised to think that you can do? And if you just get away with it good enough, well enough, sleuthly enough that you'll never get caught and you can just ride the legacy until well after your death or some shit like that. Like, so that's where my mind is at with this shit, and how it's all about who we like and how power keeps secrets. Like, the more power you get, the more elusive you have to be and want to be and can be, and that only perpetuates secrets and damage lives and fucking, it just leaves a fucking wake of destruction in its path. It's really irresponsible fame. It shouldn't exist. I saw Eric say something about something that Jay said, which is Jared said he is learning to admire celebrities less and his friends more. And that's so true, especially from his mindset. He's a super talented guy. And as a super talented guy coming from like the ground up and shit, you notice your friends celebrating fucking celebrities more than you and your efforts and shit like that. And it's like, especially when you see these motherfuckers and how evil they are and like the turn of the fucking new decade and shit like that, it's like, yeah, why would you want to celebrate these motherfuckers anyway? So real quick, I just want to go see what the people. Motherfucker took my Zune and programmed it strictly for Biggie Day. I sure did. That's a real thing. I just want to look through this Diddy shit real quick. Let me do that. Curtis, 50 Cent, Jackson, Sean Combs' The Reckoning, released December 2nd. So also, I read this article where 50 was talking about the extent to which he is involved, because Puffy is trying to sue the hell out of him in jail. He sent him some flowers on some like mind game shit. The only person I ever see do that is Drake when he did that shit to Charlamagne the God, somebody who he doesn't like. And basically he just said, you know, they just ran footage by him, was able to place moments in hip hop, kind of package the story in moments of hip hop that he remembers because he is a student of the genre, kind of place himself where he was at during moments and some of the kind of highlight moments in hip hop that, you know, may be more obscure fact than the well-known facts. Like, a lot of people don't know that crushing story, and a lot of people don't know that that's what kind of launched his career. I certainly didn't know that's what launched his career, and I grew up with that story. So anyway, let's get back to this shit. 3 decades of Diddy drugging and raping R-wording women, I should say R-wording women, and some men, by the way, and some men, which is wild to me for a multitude of reasons. People better than him killed, ripping people off of their money, basically preying on the weak, but somehow you came to the conclusion 50 Cent took it too far. Yeah, anybody defending Diddy, bro, I was saying this back when this shit was coming out. They're motherfuckers who want to have freak offs, secretly fucking like sociopaths, people who have dirt in their like history, motherfuckers who just felt, this person made me feel good when I was a teenager and I can't get over it. It's a lot of that shit going on. But after this doc, it's like, Jesus. Yeah, the fucking jurors were all like fanned out, so they weren't even like very, like, you see it in the documentary, they're fanned out on the documentary. Yeah, he making Suge Knight look like a great guy. It's hilarious. At least Suge Knight was like not nefarious about it. You look at Suge Knight, he like lets it be known, whether you realize it or not. Look at this nigga's frame. Does he look like a nice guy here? That's what Diddy had a film crew following him around, I'm sure, so he can put out a documentary about how he beat his case. Whole time he gets locked up, and they gave the footage to his op. It's hilarious. It's hubris. It's insane to me. So the juror on Diddy's case says she's not a fan of Diddy, but she remembers how he would nod on making the band. For real, seriously. And that lady, it's come out, like that particular lady, she's all hugged up with Diddy in former pictures. So she was literally a fanned out juror sitting there during the case. This lady here, this woman is the biggest Diddy fan if I've ever seen one, right? Claiming that she's not. Kalani asked Diddy for $5,000 to help her with a custody battle, and he said no. Then he turned around and begged her to make a statement to support him, and she did it. What a weak ass bitch. I hope she ain't get them kids back either. Lying heifer. Yeah, she dead ass committed perjury. Like, legitimately, in a better society, this would be investigated the way the R. Kelly shit was back in the day, like 5 years ago. Biggie and Tupac had a brotherly relationship, and Diddy was envious of that. He really set those boys up to their demise. It's actually really sad because they just wanted to make music, and that talentless scoundrel Sean Combs got them out the picture. Fornication. Yeah, right. Diddy, a billionaire, told that lady he didn't have $5,000 to help. Right. What else? It's just crazy, man. Oh, I make sure my lips is nice and shiny. I don't want to be all dry. Diddy really had Tupac killed, man. It's not even a conspiracy anymore. He really did that shit. It's wild. I've been telling y'all about this weird shit. This is 50 Cent. I've been telling y'all about all this weird shit. I don't do no puffy parties. You didn't believe me, but I bet you believe me now. Yo, 50 Cent, that's what's so crazy, bro. And it's probably, like, this is my own conspiracy. I feel like Diddy fucked with some girl that 50 Cent was fucking with, and 50 Cent was like, yo, are you fucking serious, bro? You doing this? This is what you do? I don't fuck with you. And he's been on fuck you time with him forever since then. I would love to look into, like, exactly why these motherfuckers are beefing. I bet you there's a, like, if I had the time, I would sit here right now and put on a YouTube video about where did the 50 Cent and Diddy beef start, and just watch it. But I don't have time. Let's just look at what he's talking about. Number 1 in 23 countries, number 2 in 15 other countries today. You might want to holler at me, man. Let's work. What kind of gay shit is this? Diddy sent me flowers at Club 11. LOL. Why all the foreplay? Get busy. You know I'm stupid. I wonder, is this signed from 50 Cent? Blah, 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 blah. This is a threat. Funeral flowers. This is 50. My man, this is Fat Kid Deals. My man, go ahead and up the security. He sent it a message. God bless. Wasn't Diddy fucking with Vivica when 50 was? I don't think it was. I don't think so. Not if it was somebody, it wasn't Diddy. Yeah, this shit is number 1, not Stranger Things, by the way. This shit is number 1, not Stranger Things. This documentary is number 1. These are the flowers, by the way. This is what I was looking at. This is a threat, funeral flowers, and then Fat Kid Deals. Talking about telling up security and God bless. But yeah, man, Pretty crazy shit. It's a good watch. Really good watch. Y'all only dog. I'm replaying it next year. Good for 50 Cent. Good for 50 Cent. Bravo. Alright, so we're already like 20 minutes in, and all I've talked about is this rat bastard P. Diddy. Let's switch gears now. Ah, shit. Perfect palate cleanser. So, you know me, I like to look fresh. I like my nerd shit. And, you know, one of the things that I liked about one of the what the fuck trainings we did was we got to look at the Kith Marvel vs. Capcom collection. So, a little less known in the secret Hush Hush collab going on right now, they got is the Star Wars Columbia Endor collection. Now, this shit look kind of hot, man. I ain't gonna hold you. But it's the prices that's probably gonna keep me from not getting none of this shit. This shit, member shop coming in 3 hours. I mean 3 days, 16 hours. I don't know. Maybe we can look at this little shit right here real quick. I haven't looked at this. You know, this is probably my least favorite of the trilogy. Return of the Jedi. Look at that. I like them pants and them boots and that vest. And that shit right there. But it has my favorite, like, the Jabba shit. This motherfucker Luke walking into Jabba's shit with his silhouette under the robes is one of my favorite, like, shots in all of Star Wars to this day. And I think it's styled real nice, man. It looked like some shit you can wear outside, but also some shit you can wear to, like, the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You know, it looks like it has utility. It has that utility look. I love the colors. I love browns. I love the shades. Real outdoorsy, you know what I'm saying? Look at the General Han Solo trench, my guy. Look at this shit. Look at the label. You got the authentic Star Wars fan features, the internal woven label. And you got the camouflage fabric painstakingly designed to look like the original costumes. I really love that shading, man. And, you know, the rebel symbol, shit like that. You got the pockets like Shikamaru. That's that utility I was talking about. Look at the inside. Look at that lining inside with the Omni heat going on. You got some utility. I fuck with the utility. Look at that shit. That shit is ghastly, okay? I like that a lot. I like that a whole lot. What else they got here? They got the ponchos, you know what I'm saying? Ponchos is cool. I don't really like that yellow. It's a little bit too yellow for me. But that poncho's pretty cool. But look at the prices, $400. I'm not spending no $400, man. I don't got $400 to look like. I like these Columbia fucking boots, but I can't get the boots without something from the collection. Like I would feel terrible. Now this shit is so cute. If I had a little one, man, I would definitely do this. I would, for my little one, if I had a little kid, I would definitely buy 2-3 different sizes so they can grow into different versions of these as they get older. That's the shitty thing about baby clothes. They so fire and then they grow out of it and now they can't wear them no more. Them shits is fire for like 3 weeks and then they grow out of it. I like these pants a lot. I like this reversible right here. $200 for the reversible, but I feel like I got enough jackets. These pants is cool, but again, I would need something else. I never seen they got the pullover. The pullover's cool, but they got the half zip. That's cool, but like I really like that hat. That hat is pretty cool. Ooh, look at that blankie. Shirt is cool. The water bottle's pretty cool too. And I'm cool off the t-shirt stuff. Like I have enough of those t-shirts. Yeah, I mean, they look like first responders during the flood. Nigga, that's drip. That's why, nigga. That's why, because they so drippy. That's why they first responders. They part of the drip unit, my nigga. Okay, that's why. Anyway, check them shits out, man. If you got the bread, if you got the munions, I certainly do not. All right, that was the best retaliation ever. You know, I could be quick when I need to be. Okay. So we're gonna move right on. I don't know how much time that shaved off. I'll check in a second. But let's all move on to some news. Some news. I'm sure everybody's already heard about it. I started the show talking about Netflix. These motherfuckers own one of the longest like legacy brands in the entire world, and it feels wrong. It feels so wrong that the Warner Bros Shield now belongs to some shit that Kevin Spacey built. The house that Kevin Spacey built owns Warner Brothers now. That don't even feel right. That don't feel like a reality that should be possible. I remember when Netflix like became a streaming thing. I lived in this apartment when Netflix became a thing, like a for real thing. That shit is upsetting, to say the least. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. They fucking own Raw and AEW now, technically. Right. They own, nigga, how about they own DC Comics? How about they own fucking DC Comics, bro? Netflix, this is from Amy and Ollie. Netflix has won the bidding war to acquire Warner Brothers, beating out rival bids from Comcast, the owner of Universal, and Paramount, which we will get to Paramount right after this. It's a perfect segue into Paramount. Netflix will pay $82.7 billion for the story studio. It don't even feel like that amount of money should exist. Especially in this, and like, I should say especially in this recession, but it's quite literally due to this recession. Like, all these tech conglomerates holding this much money in a state to buy other entities within this industry to become big, more of a conglomerate. Like, there are laws written about this for reasons. It fucks up the economic fucking scale of things. It makes disproportionate wealth. It sucks up money in other places where it should be. It shouldn't be this much money floating around from a company like Netflix. It just shouldn't. If the deal gets if the deal gets regulatory approval, a pretty big if, Netflix will take ownership of a vast treasure trove of IP, including the DC universe and film and TV rights to fucking Harry Potter, as well as HBO, the streaming service HBO Max, and Warner Brothers itself. And they want nothing to do with the cable channels. A 102-year-old movie studio and theatrical distributor. In a news release, Netflix said its winning bid offered $27.75 per share, and the deal would close after Warner Brothers Discovery's TV network, which Netflix doesn't want. What's gonna happen to the network's TV? The Warner Brothers Discovery TV networks are spun off into a separate company, which is expected to happen in the third quarter of 2026, according to reports on the Variety and other trade publications. Netflix also included a huge $5 billion breakup fee if the deal doesn't go ahead. A huge $5 billion breakup fee if the deal doesn't go ahead. Comcast also wanted to buy Warner Brothers and HBO, while Paramount had put in a bid for the entirety of Warner Brothers Discovery, including its linear TV networks. Paramount had long been considered the front runner, so Netflix winning out is a surprise, not least because Netflix itself has tended to shy away from big acquisitions in the past. Right, this is like one of Netflix's, like, this is the biggest. This is one of the biggest in history, but Netflix don't be like doing those big acquisitions, man. Yada 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 yada. One reason Paramount had been considered the most likely buyer for Warner Bros. Discovery is that its new owners, the Ellison family, tech billionaires, Ellisons, have earned enough favor with the Trump administration to get their merger of Paramount with Skydance quickly approved earlier this year. Another acquisition, another gigantic acquisition. The assumption was that they would also be able to get a Warner Brothers acquisition wave through. Netflix has no such advantage in Washington. Yada yada. Oh yeah, it's been a strange year for Warner Brothers. While it definitely had losses, including the shuttering of 3 game studios, one of which was bringing Wonder Woman into the gaming sphere, it also had a streak of success. From Sinners to Minecraft, Warner Brothers has topped the charts and continued to do so through the majority of 2025, but not enough change. Not enough to change the way the wind was blowing. Zaslav hung up the sign from Warner Brothers back in October to spark a bidding war for the company, and as Deadline reported, got his wish when the first round of non-binding bids hit his desk on November 20th. We wonder if Warner Brothers' prospective new owners will change HBO Max's name for a third time. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know what to be said. What can we expect? If you look at how Netflix does business, very long production time between seasons, potentially. Just saying, if they adopt business practices across the board, less theatrical openings. I saw somebody retweet something that said it's like the new wave is to find new and inventive ways to keep people home. And if I really want to say what I want to say about 2020 and how that potentially could tie into that previous proclamation, I would, but I won't. Well, but the breadcrumbs are there. I say that to say, just look at how things are going. It's been a strange 5 years, man. Everything seems wild, but it all points to the same thing. Is all I'll say. You're flying too close to the sun there, Isaac Krause.
Fucking playing with me, bitch.
Oh, SpongeBob.
Alright, so let's get to the last I guess the last thing is the Rush Hour 4 thing. Oh shit. Let's go back to me real quick. As I mentioned before, I was on CNN, guys. I was talking about Rush Hour 4. And how it all ties together with the Paramount of it all and stuff like that. So I basically just explained it super quick. My article is basically about how Rush Hour 2 is fucking amazing. How Rush Hour 1 started a whole precedent of like Romeo Must Dies and Cradle to the Graves, and how black people and Chinese culture have been wanting to get together since the 70s, since Sonny Chiba and Bruce Lee and Wu-Tang just made it be known, and then we got where we got in the 2000s, and then all that shit was whisked away. It was like that era came upon us and then disappeared with the like Rush Hour 2 was like the last hurrah of that whole shit, and then Rush Hour 3 was the end of that whole era because Rush Hour 3 wasn't great. Too much time had passed. And so now they're wanting to make a Rush Hour 4, even though Rush Hour 3 was bad. People have been clamoring for Rush Hour 4 for the longest. A lot of time has passed. We haven't gotten it. And not until, old Trump star there mentioned that he wanted it. He's friends with the Ellisons who own Paramount. Paramount was trying to do a Rush Hour 4 because they can get pretty big bankroll off that, and it could have helped them get a little bit more capital to get Netflix. But now that's not happening, but that can still, help grease some pockets. Brett Ratner owns the Rush Hour joints. He's doing a documentary for Melania Trump right now. The Trump's got to pay $40 million for that. Trump does deals for his buddies. Brett Ratner, his career has been in the tank since he got Me Too'd. The favor would be to get Rush Hour 4 to jumpstart his career as a favor for the doc and the 40 mil, and maybe Trump even gets a producer's credit because he helped tie the whole thing together. You know, Donald's about his money-ons. And, you know, the Ellisons have been accused to, like, be pushing a sort of demographic or kind of, you know, certain winged content to the airwaves, especially Paramount. So that's why it's a big deal and why I wrote about it. And and my whole basically deal was I don't think people are responsible, yet alone having to worry about the questionable people behind it. And so CNN, I'll tell you the story super quick. I was just drowning at work, and I'm just trying to make work happen. And I check my email, and it's like CNN interview, blah blah blah. I'm like, stop lying to me. I read it, and it just seems so simple to the point. And I was like, at first, I'm like, is this fake? I look into it, and then I get nervous, and then I get lazy, and I'm like, oh man, do I even want to say yeah? I'm gonna make a fool of myself. But then I was just like, you'll be a fool if you don't do it. You're supposed to be nervous, yada yada yada. All the oh god, I got all the oh god out of me, and then finally just said, okay, what do I gotta do? Responded, checked with the people I need to check with. All that shit took an hour, so like I had to kill an hour doing all that shit, and I'm already trying to get work done. And I was trying to make it to a screening to see Avatar 3. Couldn't make it. Like I just kept drowning at work, and now I gotta prepare for this shit on in the morning, super early Saturday. I gotta wake up super early on Saturday. I was looking forward to sleeping in. I didn't even get to sleep in today because I had to get this shit done. And I have a stream right after this, and it ended up being pretty cool, man. I had some cue cards in the form of the Notes app being open on my phone. You could probably see me like refer to it a few times, but I just didn't want to make a fool of myself. Check it out. I'm sure it's popping up over here somewhere in the anecdotes, and notes, whatever the fuck, little things that pop up over here in the corner. Check it out. It's definitely going on my highlight reel. All right, it's the what the fuck trending time, like the actual part of the show where I look through the trending section of Twitter and YouTube and all that bullshit. But first, I want to go through anecdotes. Shut up! I couldn't think of it. My mouth is moving like 1,000,000 miles per second. All right. Let's get to this thing here. Let's go through my mentions first, because that's something new that I'm adding to these to the docket. I really like Spaceballs. I remember, quick story. I'm sure Joey's familiar with it. I was never into Star Wars growing up because I felt like if I just pushed my nerdy envelope too far, I would reach the point of no return where I just get no bitches, and I got questionable like fucking like, you know, breath and you know, acne and all that type of shit, and I just didn't want to go down that line. But one of my friends at the time just like begged me to get into it. He made me play lightsabers in the backyard and shit, and even though I never watched Star Wars, he made me watch Spaceballs, and I just thought it was the corniest shit ever. But then later in life I got into Star Wars by myself, and then I watched Spaceballs again, and it's pretty fucking funny. Especially the part where the alien turns into the Michigan J Frog and does "Hello, My Baby." That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. All right, wedding, Firefly wedding. Never heard of it. I like her haircut. It's just a bunch of shit. Speaking of Jet Li, New Mexico launched a state pilot program offering monthly $500 payments to teens who are homeless to stay in school. Wow. The Washington Post highlighted our work yesterday as we served hot meals, hand warm clothing, and caring our neighbors experience homelessness. My mom was trying to do something like this, but she just couldn't make it. She's trying to make something happen, but the place she had flaked on her. But she's trying to do this with the foundation that she's starting right now. Hopefully, I mean, it's probably too late now. She probably wants to like just put all her time into doing something for Black History Month since it didn't kind of pan out. It might take a little bit more effort. She's noticing. I just wish I can have to make myself available to help her get these things done. In however way I can. Nothing really going on here. Upgrade, that's a good movie. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. And then there's Like a Dragon, the Hawaiian shit. I really gotta beat that first game, man. I'm so sad. Every time I see that game, I get sad. I'll be like, damn. I should have beat that by now. Let's see what's trending real quick. Sports, of course. Sunday is always going to be sports. Entertainment. Ja Rule. Why are you trending Ja Rule? More 50 Cent. Why is everybody just talking about his L's randomly? More 50 Cent about Ja Rule buying the tickets to his front row of his show. Oh no, did Ja Rule say something, man? Ja Rule reacts to 50 Cent releasing P. Diddy documentary. Oh, dry snitch ass nigga. Oh no, Ja Rule, you're a piece of shit. Where would I be if I was a piece of shit? I'd be on Fire Island. Damn. Oh well. What you gonna do? Metroid Prime. I don't give a shit. David Corn Sweat. What's going on? From an account I blocked. Jonathan Billy realized they both had scenes of kissing and levitating. Kissing and levitating? That's hilarious. Fallout. I actually got Fallout Season 2 early. I gotta check it out. I watched... Ooh, I could talk about that real quick. I saw JJK Execution. I got to see it. Pretty good. They did something with the Maharaga fight. I think that's how you say it. Maharaja, one of those ways. And basically what I want is an AMV with the episode, the DVD release, and the movie stitched together to make one perfect film. And then I saw the first 2 episodes ahead of time. Pretty great stuff. But there's better stuff to come. You can just tell. That's all I'll say for now. I think the movie's already out too, right? I think it came out Friday, so I don't gotta worry about spoilers or nothing like that. But I may write about that shit soon. This man doesn't have greatest hits; he has greatest misses. Ja Rule, right? Let's see what they're talking about here on the YouTubes. Probably like nothing at all. Where's the trending? Where's the trending stuff? Here we go. Explore. Excuse me. It's Explore Gaming. It's like there's nothing here anymore. Like every time we get to this part of the show, it slows down. Am I right or am I wrong? Like I feel like I'm better off because like I don't want to look at none of this shit. None of this shit is interesting. The algorithm for YouTube is whack now when it comes to this part. About regular news, entertainment. I feel like growing scrutiny over the strike on an alleged drug boat in the Caribbean. Oh yeah, it's a war crime. Yeah, literally. Public's view on Diddy took a sharp turn after Cassie hotel video. 80,000 Somalis forcibly evicted. Like, who wants to read about this shit? All right, I think I'm ending the stream. What time is it? It's 5:13. Are people in the are people down in the Discord yet? No, not yet. Okay, good. But I feel like it's gonna start. Damn, you just popped in there immediately. All right, I'll be ready in a second. So all right, so that's the end of this. Thank you everybody. What the fuck's trending? Oh yeah, really quick. At the end of these, I usually just do a little recommendation thing, some shit that I'm watching. I did an evil Santa canon thing at work. Go check that out. If anything at all, if you're looking for like a spooky season holiday thing to watch, just please watch Christmas Evil. I talk about it all the time. Christmas Evil is way better than Silent Night, Deadly Night, or any other Santa slasher you'll ever watch. Please watch it. Me trying to ask for Batman Forever forgiveness. Tokyo Godfathers, bro. It's so good. It's Satoshi Kon's best work, probably. And everybody always says, like, Perfect Blue or Paprika or some shit. But no, it might be Tokyo Godfathers, bro. That shit is so flames. Holy shit. And the Chainsaw Man. The Chainsaw Man movie is coming to digital soon. So go cop that. Go cop that. Oh, yeah! Fucking... As I was getting super obsessed about the Kurobo saga and fucking Mamoru Oshii's whole like red spectacles thing, and then I got into Jinro, the Wolf Brigade. Now that shit's coming to 4K. I'm so happy. I'm gonna buy that shit for myself when it comes out in March. Yeah, so check out Jinro if you haven't seen it. It's on Crunchyroll. Check out Tokyo Godfather. It's on Tubi. Check out the Chainsaw Man movie coming out in digital. Give Batman Forever another chance and watch Christmas Evil that is also on Tubi. I'm out. Oh yeah! Last but not least, I'm streaming Batman. Absolute Batman streams are coming to your face. I'm going to try and catch up, but whether or not I catch up is irrelevant because I will be reading the debut of Absolute Joker. Absolute Joker is supposed to be super duper fire. Scott Snyder is on his bullshit once again. We will be up in the spot. It will be happening at night, spooky hours, Gotham time, Batman season, Batman night. I need them shadows when I read Batman. I need something in the way. And now we out. Catch the stream. If you're on YouTube, catch the stream. It's coming up right now. Peace.